You can just feel it in the air. The minute Avatar 3 hits theaters, Hollywood instantly remembers what a real event movie looks like. No cinematic universe homework, no multiverse tax forms, no episode 14 of season 6 of the spin-off you didn't watch. Just James Cameron walking into the room like, hey, I'm here to collect my $1 billion. Again. Because Avatar Fire and Ash landed in theaters this weekend. Actually, it landed yesterday, December 19th. And Hollywood's already doing that thing where it smiles politely and while quietly moving all its releases out of the way. Hollywood's about to get bigfooted again. Welcome back, my fellow critical nerds, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel where we watch Hollywood light money on fire and then blame the audience for not clapping hard enough. Quick favor before we dive in, and the YouTube algorithm likes engagement, so if you would, do me a favor, it's free. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell, because, like I said, YouTube's algorithm, well, it's basically an angry forest spirit. And the only way to keep it from cursing your recommended feed is to offer it a tribute, preferably in the form of engagement. So, here we go. Avatar 3 is here. It's opening weekend. And whether you love the Space Smurf memes or you've spent 3 years saying nobody remembers the characters' names, James Cameron is currently checking his bank account and laughing at the Na'vi. Superheroes are tired. Blue people are eternal. Let's talk opening numbers, Disney desperation, and why James Cameron, remains the only man alive who can make a 3-hour movie about glowing aliens and turn it into a global ritual. So, we've got the early tracking numbers, and right on cue, Film Twitter is doing what it always does, taking a massive number and calling it a warning sign. We got talk of Thursday previews around $12 million domestically. Internationally, early tallies floating around the $43 million range across the first 2 days in some markets. And the big headline number making the rounds, forecasts in the $340 to $380 million worldwide opening ballpark, which is not a movie. This is a corporate bailout with blue people. Now, some folks are already trying the routine. Oh, it's lower than Way of the Water. It's not matching the last one's pace. The bubble has burst. Guys, have we not learned anything? Or have we learned nothing? In 2009, Avatar opened to about $77 million domestically. People were calling it a disappointment. Then it casually went on to become a money-printing monster. And with Way of the Water, we heard underperforming on opening weekend. And then it legged out like it was training for the Olympics. Because Cameron doesn't do opening weekends, he does opening seasons. His films don't have legs, they have giraffe legs. Premium format, IMAX, 3D giraffe legs. And here's why Avatar Bigfoots Hollywood every single time. It's an experience movie. Cameron still has people convinced watching this at home is basically illegal. Like if you stream it on your couch, James Cameron personally appears behind you like, that's not how I intended you to see the sweat on the CGI alien's forehead. It's got a format advantage. IMAX, 3D, premium screens, higher ticket prices, more revenue per showing. A 3D IMAX ticket is basically a small mortgage payment now. It's got the legs factor. Avatar doesn't live or die on weekend one. It owns the calendar for weeks, which is why every other studio stares at it like a meteor and goes, so we're releasing our movie maybe in 2037? Runtime. Yeah, runtime. It's a flex. Reported runtime floating around 197 minutes, roughly 3 hours and 17 minutes. That doesn't even include the half hour's worth of trailers and commercials and ads. That's not a runtime. That's an endurance test with concession breaks. But here's the dirty little secret. Avatar fans, they want that. They don't want a tight 98-minute studio note sandwich. They want to move into Pandora and pay rent. Now, we need to talk about why this matters to Disney specifically. Because for Disney, Avatar isn't just a film, it's a brand reset button. It's a theme park pipeline. It's a merchandising river. And a please stop roasting us PR shield. Disney needs Fire and Ash to Bigfoot the competition because their entire big screen identity has been, let's say, it's been a rebuilding year. And rebuilding year is corporate speak for, please forget the last few headlines. And here's what makes Avatar different. It's still theatrical first. The when does it stream crowd is already getting the vibe. Not soon. This one gets a long runway. Let me translate this for you, folks. Disney knows this is one of the last true movie theater weapons they have. And when Disney has a weapon, they swing it like a medieval siege engine. Because without those 10-foot tall blue people printing money, Disney's theatrical division starts looking like a very expensive museum of things we used to like. Now, we got to ask this question. Why does James Cameron keep winning? I mean, is it the compelling plot? I mean, let's be real. Fire and Ash is basically Jake Sully's Very Bad Year, the extended cut. We've got the Ash people, led by Una Chaplin, who are basically the Fire Nation of Pandora. We got more Quaritch. I hope I pronounced that right. We've got Kiri being the chosen one. And we've got 3 hours of humans are the real monsters. I mean, it's not exactly Shakespeare, but Cameron understands what Hollywood has forgotten. The experience. He doesn't make movies for your phone. He makes movies that make you feel like a peasant if you don't see it in IMAX 3D. He spends $400 million on tech that hasn't even been invented yet. So you can see the moisture in a CGI eyelash. And he hits the 4 quadrants like a cheat code. Kids love the creatures, parents love the family drama, dads love the military hardware, and everyone else just wants 2.5 hours of escapism from reality. Cameron makes a film like it's a theme park ride you can't get anywhere else. And then he dares you not to pay for it. So, what this does to Hollywood, I mean, this is the Bigfoot stomp part. When Avatar shows up, it doesn't just take screens, it takes oxygen. The theaters love Avatar because premium formats mean higher revenue per button seat. It's basically a holiday ATM. Competing studios. Well, they do a polite smile. Hey, congrats, Jim. And then immediately push the release date back like they saw a bear in the woods. Then you have the streaming versus the theatrical. Avatar is the reminder that audiences will still show up if you give them something that feels worth leaving the house for. And that's the part Hollywood hates, because it means the audience isn't, well, dare I say it, broken. The product is. So what it means for you, the viewer. Here's the practical human being takeaway. If you want the real experience, it's premium formats like IMAX, IMAX 3D, because that's the whole business model. If you're waiting for streaming, set expectations. You're probably not getting it this week or even next week. And if you're worried about fatigue, the one thing that could hurt Avatar, if it starts feeling like too much of the same, but historically, Cameron's track record is this. Doubt him at your own risk. Also, there's already the classic Hollywood whispering. Will there be more than 5? Well, maybe. That's firmly in the we'll see zone. But if this thing prints the way camera movies usually print, Hollywood will absolutely ask him to keep the machine running. So, yeah, Avatar 3's here. And once again, it's about the Bigfoot Hollywood. Not because it's trendy, not because it's memeable, not because it has 14 spin-offs, but because Cameron understands one thing modern studios forgot. If you make it feel like an event, people will show up. Now, I want to hear from you guys out there. Are you seeing Avatar, Fire and Ash in theaters? And if so, are you doing IMAX, IMAX 3D, Dolby Cinema, or are you waiting for streaming? Drop your takes in the comments below. Team Fire, Team Ash, or Team I just want something that isn't a multiverse. And don't forget, again, to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, or I'll send you a Leopardex to your house. And yes, I know I butchered that. I'm the Critical Nerd, and I'll see you in the bioluminescence. Later.